Jaynet Oceanview Resort, in all its beauty and splendor with a very awestruck wonder view painted by the Almighty. It is no doubt that this has also gone through the trials and the odds of the world, but still, by God's grace, it's standing, thriving, and continuing. There were setbacks that challenged its people and resources, not to mention the pandemic that closed borders and limited the movement of tourists and guests. Yet we rise up and we become resilient. On October 15, 2013, a 7.2 magnitude earthquake struck central Visayas, affecting Cebu and Bohol Islands. There were 4,465 aftershocks, in which 122 were felt. It left 222 people dead, 8 missing, and more than 900 people were injured. More than 73,000 infrastructures were damaged, of which 14,500 were destroyed. It was the deadliest earthquake in the Philippines in 23 years. The energy released by the earthquake was equivalent to 32 bombs dropped in Hiroshima. Just 3 weeks after the horrifying earthquake, on November 7 of the same year, the strongest typhoon in the entire world for the year 2013 hit the Philippines, particularly the Visayas. Super Typhoon Haiyan, locally named Yolanda, was one of the most powerful tropical cyclones ever recorded. It killed 6,300 people in the Philippines alone. Its highest wind strength was at 315 kilometers per hour, that's 195 miles per hour, not to mention the rain it brought and the storm surge. It left $2.98 billion of damage in the Philippines, taking 6,352 lives and 1,771 missing. On the last parts of 2021, another super typhoon brought the Philippines to yet again another catastrophe. Super Typhoon Ra, locally known as Super Typhoon Odette, was a Category 5 catastrophic tropical cyclone that damaged South Cebu, including Boljoon and other areas in the Philippines. Its highest wind strength was at 260 kilometers per hour. It left 410 people dead and 80 people missing. Its damage amounted to $794.72 million. This was one of the strongest typhoons that hit South Cebu. Communication lines were down, clean water was scarce, and electricity was out for weeks to months. But despite all these challenges of life and the challenges of time, we are here standing and resilient above the storm. With the very little damage brought by the super typhoon, Jaynet Oceanview Resort, by God's grace, is now then again open to accommodate guests, tourists, families, friends, your get-togethers, and even your getaways. After the destructive Super Typhoon Odette, we have prepared the place for you, and now we are ready to receive guests after all those chaos.
It is true that sometimes life will try to knock us down, but it is through testing that we come out refined, as pure as gold. Gilbert Chesterton once said, "And when it rains on your parade, look up rather than look down, because without the rain, there would be no rainbow." This is Jaynet Oceanview Resort. Thank you so much for watching till the end.
See you next time. Thank you, and to God be all the glory.